Welcome back to Watch Anime Pro. This episode begins with Aki waking up in the hospital bed and finding Denji and Power sitting next to him, reading manga. They argue and fight over an apple that Power wants, but Denji refuses to give her, reminding her that she had run away previously in the battle. Aki asks about their fellow Division 4 members, and Denji tells him that Kobeni and the guy with glasses survived, but later quit. Denji also explains that Makima has called for him and Power, and that they will be parting ways with Aki. Before leaving, Denji takes the basket of apples, but leaves one for Aki. After Denji and Power leave, Aki calls upon the cursed devil, who reveals that Aki only has 2 years left to live. He takes out a cigarette, which reminds him of Himeno, causing him to cry. Denji, who forgot his manga, returns to the room and sees Aki crying. He understands why Aki is upset, since he has lost so many friends in the past, including Himeno. But Denji begins to start wondering why he doesn't cry for Himeno. He also considers whether he would cry if Power or Aki died, but thinks that he probably wouldn't. He also thinks that he wouldn't be too saddened by Makima's death, which makes him believe that he has lost his human heart, but decides not to dwell too much on it. After Denji and Power leave the hospital, Michiko and Yutaro visit Aki and introduce themselves as advisors sent by Makima. Denji and Power meet with Makima at a cemetery, where she informs them that Denji is being targeted by their enemies. They ask if she'll be training them, but she introduces him to Kishibe, who is an expert in devil hunting. Kishibe immediately asks them a few questions about their feelings towards their fallen comrades and their allegiance to either humans or devils. Denji and Power reveal that they don't care much about revenge and are more interested in protecting themselves and siding with whoever is winning. Impressed with their responses, Kishibe begins their training. He lets them know that he intends to test their strength by becoming their target, and sees them as toys that he cannot break. He reveals that he has trained humans in the past, but is being forced by Makima to train them now. He snaps their necks to immobilize them, and then explains that unlike humans, they can recover by drinking blood. After giving them blood and allowing them to recuperate, Kishibe attacks them again, but this time, Denji and Power fight back. But Kishibe proves to be a formidable opponent and injures them both again very severely. Despite their injuries, Denji and Power refuse to give up and continue to fight. Kishibe notes that they are both obsessed with violence and sees them as his ultimate toys. He intends to train them to become the best devil hunters and turn them into his perfect tools. Aki is in the hospital trying to summon the Fox Devil, but it does not appear. Michiko and Yutaro explain that it's probably because Aki abused the devil's powers and is now on its bad side. The two are there to provide Aki with some career coaching and suggest that he either quits or makes a contract with a stronger devil if he wishes to continue. But of course, Aki refuses to quit because the gun devil who killed his entire family and friends is still alive. After Michiko and Yutaro leave, a woman enters Aki's room, surprising him. Back to Denji and Power, we see them left beaten and battered by Kishibe just after their first training session. Denji feels very unhappy about constantly dying and being brought back to life. Power suggests running away, but Denji reminds her that the Public Safety Division will not let them escape. They continue to discuss their training with Kishibe and how he is too strong for them to handle. Power suggests that to defeat him, they have to use their brains. Denji likes the idea and wants to be a smart hero, just like in manga. They decide to take on Kishibe with their intellect and plan to kill him. They both feel confident and powered as they head back home, excited about their new plans to outsmart their trainer. The next day, Power and Denji get ready to fight Kishibe with their brains. They wear glasses to appear smarter and wait for Kishibe to arrive. Power throws a blood spear through the door as soon as Kishibe is about to open it, but he manages to dodge it. Then she pours bottles of blood above Kishibe and turns him into spears, but again, Kishibe dodges them as well. Denji comes up and tries to hit him with an axe, but Kishibe quickly turns and kicks him, causing him to fall and break his glasses. Kishibe tells them that they need to use their brains more, but congratulates them for their effort. Aki, now out of the hospital, is being escorted to a special facility by Michiko and Yutaro. The facility holds very strong devils, in which Aki can now make a new contract. Yutaro warns Aki that the contract will be brutal, as he'll need to sacrifice something very valuable in exchange for the devil's powers. As I walk through the facility, Yutaro asks Aki if the woman at the hospital yesterday was his girlfriend. Aki clarifies that she's the little sister of his teammate Himeno, and that she had come to bring him a letter. They arrive at cell 108, where the future devil is housed, and Yutaro explains that 2 people have already made contracts with the devil. They both had to give up a lot for the contract. Aki enters the cell and prepares to make his own contract with the future devil. Thank you very much once again for watching our video. If you've enjoyed it, please consider liking and subscribing. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave it down below. Thanks again, and see you next time.